that two males assaulted the employees and demanded cash from the cash register. They left with the proceeds through a rear door of the business. Numerous patrol units responded to the scene. Corporal Mark Pickard and K-9 Schultz successfully located and conducted a track of one of the suspects for approximately 1.5 miles. Corporal Pickard and K-9 Schultz located the suspect, who then attempted to flee. K-9 Schultz was then deployed and the suspect was apprehended. The suspect pulled K-9 Schultz over a distance while continuing to resist and elude capture. The suspect then motioned K-9 Schultz into oncoming traffic on Route 42. K-9 Schultz was struck by a passing vehicle, which caused him to release his hold. The suspect again fled. K-9 Schultz died from his major injuries at that time. Because of Corporal Pickard's use of tactics, police training, and experience with his K-9 partner Schultz, a track was quickly established for 1.5 miles. Their successful track was a critical turning point in the chain of events that led to the capture of one of the violent robbery suspects who would undoubtedly have escaped and been a further danger to society. Corporal Pickard, you're a credit to the Gloucester Township Police Department and the community you serve. Thank you for serving with K-9 Schultz. I'd also like to present this to Corporal Pickard on behalf of the United States Police K-9 Association for receiving the Criminalistic Excellence Award for National Patrol Case of the fourth quarter of 2010, presented to Corporal Mark Pickard and K-9 Schultz of the Gloucester Township Police Department in recognition of outstanding performance in the detection and prevention of crime, presented by the United States Police K-9 Association. These officers are members of the United States Marshals Service Task Force. This task force is made up of officers from numerous jurisdictions tasked with apprehending the most violent criminals that are out in society. On July 21st, 2010, at approximately 6:27 p.m., Gloucester Township police officers Corporal Joseph Andricola, Detective John Ritchie, and Patrolman Craig Palmer were assigned to assist members of the United States Marshal Service Regional Fugitive Task Force. This task force was comprised of the following members: Inspector Jeff Giboni of the United States Marshal Service, Detective Barry Johnson of the Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office, Detective Sergeant Edward Fallon of the New Jersey State Police, Detective Sergeant Mark Rowe of the New Jersey State Police, Investigator Anthony Bruno of the New Jersey State Parole Board, Investigator Matthew McEwen of the Camden County Prosecutor's Office, Investigator Joseph Goonan of the Camden County Sheriff's Department, Investigator Brian Williams of the Camden County Sheriff's Department, and Investigator William Montgomery of the New Jersey Department of Corrections. These officers made entry into a residence on Cherrywood Drive in Gloucester Township. They were attempting to arrest an individual on outstanding arrest warrants for aggravated sexual assault while armed with a handgun, attempted murder, and multiple armed robberies. Knowing that the suspect was expected to be armed and dangerous, Corporal Andricola and Detective Sergeant Fallon did not hesitate to make entry into the residence in an attempt to arrest this dangerous individual. Corporal Andricola and Detective Sergeant Fallon entered a bedroom where the suspect was located. He was hiding in the corner of the room, waiting to ambush the officers. The suspect was ordered to drop his weapon several times, but he did not comply. Instead, he attempted to fire his weapon, and luckily, his weapon malfunctioned. The officers immediately engaged the suspect with their firearms in an effort to defend themselves and the other officers. The attack was ended when the suspect was struck. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Corporal Andricola and Detective Sergeant Fallon performed an extraordinary act of outstanding courage without regards for personal safety while in actual combat with an armed and dangerous adversary. Detective Ritchie, Patrolman Palmer, Inspector Giboni, Detective Sergeant Rowe, Detective Johnson, Investigator McEwen, Investigator Goonan, Investigator Williams, and Investigator Montgomery all performed an outstanding act where the officers' efforts were met by an armed and dangerous adversary. They showed courage by not hesitating to make entry and to move towards the gunfire, believing their fellow officers were being fired upon. All of these officers are to be commended for their actions to ensure that this very dangerous suspect will not be able to harm anyone else. Congratulations. Second Sergeant Fowler being awarded